Welcome to an unboxing of Epic Proportions because quite a lot arrived in February and I think I have 7 things to unbox for you guys today. I have 4 rep packages from Fairyloot, Illumicrate, and I'm also in this video going to be unboxing my rep package from Luna Bookish Flames candles, which is going to be really fun. And then I have 3 things that I paid for myself, which I'm pretty sure are all pre-orders. So as usual, we'll do a little run through of what we've got before we dive in, but we have 3 books from Fairyloot. I have I'm pretty sure this one is the YA box, and then this one is the adult and romantasy combo box. So these are both pretty heavy actually, so I'm very interested to crack these ones open. But Fairyloot is a UK based bookish subscription box company. They have 3 monthly subscriptions, which is of course the adult, the romantasy, and the young adult subscription. The young adult you can get book only, or you can get it in a box with a handful of bookish goodies, which is what I have here. And then the adult and the romantasy ones are just book only, so it's just a hardback new release book in an exclusive edition. These are rep packages. They were sent to me to show to you guys here, so thank you very much to Fairyloot for sending these my way. Another box that was sent to me to open up in this video is the February Illumicrate. So Illumicrate are once again a UK based bookish subscription box company. In every monthly Illumicrate you will get a brand new hardback sci-fi or fantasy release plus a selection of bookish goodies. The book itself is of course an exclusive edition, and if you guys would like to get your hands on an Illumicrate after watching this video, you can use my code, which is Becca5, to get yourself a discount on a 3 or 6 month subscription. Now we will talk about this when we crack this open, but I personally am not going to be keeping the book in this box, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And then the last of the rep packages is from Luna Bookish Flames candles. Luna Bookish Flames candles are a small candle company based in the UK. The majority of their candles are inspired by books. They are all soy wax, they are all cruelty free, they're all wood wick, which is nice because it makes like a little crackling noise. And if you would like to purchase anything from the Luna Bookish Flames Etsy shop after watching this video, you can use my code, which is Becca15, to get you a 15% discount off anything that they've got. And then the ones that I paid for myself, these ones are all pre-orders, they're all anticipated releases for me. We have Deep End by Ali Hazelwood in the Afterlight edition. Afterlight are the like romance spin-off of Illumicrate. The new Bone Season book by Samantha Shannon, which I think is called Dark Mirror. I don't plan on reading that anytime soon because I want to reread everything, but the books are coming out so slowly that I'm just not going to do it right now. And then from Goldsboro, I'm pretty sure this is Cursebound by Saara El-Arifi, which is a sequel to a book that I read last year. I've actually read everything from Saara El-Arifi now, and they are an author that I do really enjoy. I have also, while we have the Goldsboro here, I finally cancelled my GSFF subscription. If you all didn't know, I did a series of vlogs where I read all of the books over a 1-year period to decide whether this was a subscription for me, and I decided that it wasn't, but obviously you can skip books throughout the year, so I wanted to utilize all of my scripts so I could get any cool books from the subscription until I cancelled. And we finally got to a point where I'm out of skips and I don't want anything for the next few months, so I have said goodbye to the Goldsboro Science Fiction and Fantasy Fellowship. So I'm going to, I guess, shall we go through a couple of my pre-orders first? I suppose we'll start off with the Goldsboro, seeing as we were just discussing it. Feybound is not my favourite book by Saara El-Arifi. I definitely prefer the Ending Fire trilogy, although we all know I don't love how that series ended. I think I read that book towards the end of last year. I did ask for a matching number, so we'll see. I asked for 1,618, but they only did 1,000 copies of Cursebound, so they've given me 618. If you don't know, Goldsboro are a UK based bookshop. They have stores in London and also one in Brighton, and they specialize in signed and numbered first editions, which is why I was talking about the number of it. So this one, as I said, is number 618 out of 1,000. I'm pretty sure that this is an exclusive colorway. Is the original like a pale baby blue? But I will overlay the original over the top so you guys can see the differences in the colors. Feybound was nominated in the Goodreads Choice Awards as a romantasy, which I just don't feel like I agree with at all. It is a fantasy, it has a romantic subplot, but I really feel like nominating this for romantasy instead of fantasy is very much a stretch. I really like the edge on here and the bright pink that we have coming through. But Feybound is the story of 2 sisters. One of them is banished, I'm pretty sure they're elves, and one of them is banished from the elven lands This is a world where there used to also be human and fae, but they have become extinct. And when one of the sisters is banished, the other one feels like it's her fault and wants to look after her sister. So she also follows her sister into exile. And together they discover that the fae are potentially not as extinct as everybody thought that they were. So I think that the final strife, like the Ending Fire trilogy, is just a little bit more complex than this one. But I really like Saara El-Arifi's writing, so I still had a really good time with Feybound. And I'm actually quite happy to see that Cursebound isn't significantly longer than Feybound. It's 322 pages, so not a super difficult one to get to. Not that that will make it any easier for me to pick this up and prioritize it anytime soon. I don't have anywhere to put I took my plants upstairs for winter and I haven't brought them back, so we'll use this table to display my special editions on. Although, can I fit it? I'm gonna put it over here. Beautiful. Stunning. So next up, I guess we'll do, is it called Dark Mirror? I really do not remember. I love this series. Do you want this? There you go. I'm also annoyed because the amount of times the covers have been changed on this series, and Samantha Shannon promises like, no, you will be able to have a full matching set of original covers, and then it's a different cover again. And I love these covers, I do. I just have all of the original ones and I like them. I don't want to replace them with all of the new ones, even though these are, I would say, the prettiest edition that has been released in this series. But it's the Dark Mirror. Is that what I said? Yeah. I didn't say Black Mirror, right? Because that's the TV show. But this one, ooh, is signed by the author. And it's a mix of genres. It's a dystopian. It's also either sci-fi or paranormal, depending on, I guess, your personal opinion of the creatures in this world. But this is set in a world where it is illegal to be a psychic, to have any psychic abilities. And our main character, Paige, is a dream walker, and she works for one of the gangs of London. And one day when I think she's on her way to or back from visiting her father, she gets caught using her abilities and she thinks she's going to be sent to her execution, but she is instead sent somewhere very different where she starts to learn the truth about the government that rules London. I am really excited to read this, but I'm just going to wait until the series is done now and then just reread everything and read right through the last 3 books. I am going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to go for some items. So we'll do the YA Fairyloot. I don't think I remember. I say this every time. I don't remember what the book is for February. I do know that the one that I'm most excited about though is the Romantasy, the Fairyloot Romantasy book. So the theme for this month is bewitching bargains, and if you guys would like to read the spoilers, you can pause here and do so, but I will be going in blind. So the first thing that we have here is heavier than I expected it to be when I picked it up. It is a Kiki's Delivery Service list pad, which I love me some stationery, and I do actually use the pads that come in subscription boxes. It's the actual bound like notebooks that I don't, although I have actually very recently started using one of those, so a round of applause for me please. But this is so cute. I love the design on this. It is adorable, and I feel like this would be really cool for like a shopping list, a food shopping list, and that is definitely what I aim to use this for. I am obsessed. I'm a big Ghibli fan as well, so Kiki's Delivery Store is something that I'm very much into, and I have ordered the Fairyloot edition, although I'm not sure when that ships. I'll get it when I get it. It's not a big deal. I think there's another Fairyloot embroidery set in here, which I still haven't done any of the others that we've got. I'm just gonna get it out while I'm talking about it. I haven't done any of the others that I have yet because I'm not an embroiderer, I'm a cross stitcher. I do want to learn to embroider, but I just haven't cycled around to this being the project that I actually tackle. So I just love that Fairyloot are including these. They make my day. This is the picture. This one is inspired by the Rose Bargain, which I think may actually be the book of the month. And in here you get your fabric. You also have all of your threads. You probably don't have a needle, I would say, but that's fine because I got hundreds of those. Oh, you also get your hoop in here as well to frame it when you're done. There is also a pair of socks in here. This may be one of my favorite subscription boxes I've had in a long time, just because all of the items in here are ones that traditionally I love. I love subscription box socks. I mean, it saves me buying them, and I think I've only had 1 pair of subscription box socks break on me in the years that I have been doing like unboxings. So these ones are inspired by Once Upon a Broken Heart. Still haven't read anything by Stephanie Garber. Do not at me. And they have foxes up them, which is cute. Oh, they say little fox on the bottom as well. The next thing we have is a necklace. This is an Adi LaRue constellation necklace. Subscription box jewelry, not one of my favorite things, but obviously because I don't wear like costume jewelry. I do love me a constellation or a celestial piece, so there is a chance that I could wear this. And then the last thing that we have is a Honey Witch berry crate. This is so cute. Okay, Fairyloot have really outdone themselves with this one, because one of my favorite things once again to receive in subscription boxes is kitchen items. So this is to put your berries in instead of a plastic box, and the design's really cute as well. So I also love that. This is going to be hard for me to pick like one definitive favorite item from this box. Just before we get to the book of the month, we have the tarot cards. You get 2 in every Fairyloot, and when you have all of them, or when you have so many Fairyloots, you will have a full deck of tarot. And the cards for February are the 7 and 8 of planets, which I am also going to assume are characters from the book of the month. In terms of the book of the month, I don't know anything about it. I don't know if I will like it. All of that is a mystery to me. But before we unveil the book, we have the monthly fairy scoop, and we also have the bookmark with the spoiler card art. And the book of the month for February is The Rose Bargain by, is it Sasha Peyton Smith? Yes, look at me with the memory. So this is a completely exclusive Fairyloot cover, so I will of course overlay the original so you guys can see the difference. This is a complete custom cover, and I do much prefer this to the original. Is this similar to, I feel like I've seen something to do with Once Upon a Broken Heart that has a similar art style to this. I really love the very pale yellows and creams that we have running through the stenciled edge or printed edge on this one. We also have custom foiled end papers. This looks like it is going to have a romantic subplot, which I am never mad about. The end pages are also different on each side. And then under the dust jacket, we have, is this the original? Yes, I'm pretty sure this is the original UK cover of this book, but it is purple instead of pink, which I think is the original color. And we have a foiled and printed naked hardcover. I have said before how I don't love foiled and printing together depending on how it's done. I feel like this is one where the printing would have been adequate for me. The foiling is whatever, like it doesn't really add anything. The synopsis of this one, because like I said, I do not have a clue. I'm intrigued though. I'm interested. Oh, I'm no longer interested. It's set in 1848. Oh dear, I might still like it. Stranger things have happened. The season, oh, it's like Bridgerton. Okay, this may not bode well for me, guys, but let me actually get more than 3 words into the synopsis. The season is officially open, and high society girls line up to bargain with the immortal Queen Moryan for qualities that will win them suitors: a perfect smile for the loss of a finger, an exquisite talent for piano in exchange for one's happiest childhood memory. Lady Ivy Benton plans to use her bargain to uncover the truth about what happened to her beloved sister, Lydia, whose mysterious disappearance and reappearance means the Benton family have been cast out by polite society. But instead, Ivy's season arrives with a shocking twist. The Queen announces a competition to win the hand of her Fae son, Prince Bram. Marrying the prince is a prize that could save Ivy's family from ruin. Yet every glittering Fae deal has a rotting heart, and amidst lavish balls, vicious competitions, and a dangerous alliance with the prince's irresistible brother, Prince Emmett, Ivy realizes that at the center of this contest lies a dark plot that could destroy all of England, and her heart along with it. Honestly, I'm not put off by the synopsis too much. It sounds like something I could enjoy, though there are quite a few elements in here that I traditionally don't care about or don't like all that much. Very beautiful edition though, and I will of course be giving it at least a try. So down in the comments, let me know what your favorite item from this month's Fairyloot box is. The only item that I don't love in this box is the necklace. Everything else definitely is something that I would consider a favorite item, something that I really like to see in subscription boxes. For me though, I think if I had to pick one singular favorite, art style wise, the pad. I really like the berry crate. I've never needed a berry crate in my life, but I'm so happy that I have one now. So next up we will do the Fairyloot combo box. I do not know how big the Romantasy is. I didn't think it was huge, but just the weight of this box is making me think we have 2 hefty books in here. And then with the adult, I once again can't remember what exactly it was. So this one is definitely heavier than this one. Based on what I know about the Romantasy, I think I'm going to assume it's the thicker one, and we'll start with the smaller one. I think I'm right. So the theme for the adult box is Divinity's Descent, and this is a book by an author who I have read from before and have not enjoyed, but I have more books that have come in subscription boxes from the author that I haven't tried yet. So the jury's still out on this one, but this is The Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Emily Wen Zhao. I like these colors. I really, really like these colors. Let me just look at the original. I'm pretty sure it's blue. Oh no, it's more like it's green and orange, the original UK cover, but we all know I love me a dark, moody vibe. And the plum with the little pops of pink and the brighter blue and purple. Ow. Ow. It's really doing it for me. Didn't need to punch myself in the face though. So the back of this says the Temple of Dawn cordially invites you to participate in the immortality trials. Something that I do love is a series of trials, but the edge on here very much matches the cover. We have foiled and illustrated end papers, which are different on each side. And then under the dust jacket, we have printing and foiling. This is one of the ones where I don't mind it so much. I do like the foiling on here. And one of the reasons why I feel is because of how bold it is. And then under the dust jacket, we have a completely custom cover. So this one is reversible and I love the art style on this. So plot wise, I don't know anything about this one. So let us read. It says the immortality trials offer a second chance in a brutal world and are open to any mortal willing to risk the journey to the immortal realm. The price for completing them is eternal life. However, first they must survive. An Ying knows the price can heal her dying mother and that she'll need all the help she can get if she's to complete them. But when a rival contestant, both powerful and handsome, promises protection and a chance of survival for both An Ying and her mother, she will need to find out quickly whether she can only trust the stranger she's falling for or if he's the most dangerous player of them all, for herself and for all of the realms. I love the synopsis. Honestly, sounds like something that I would love. However, the book that I read by Emily Wen Zhao that I didn't love was also a book that I thought I was going to love. So the author, Emily Wen Zhao, is from Beijing, I think, and I'm going to China in April, so I'm trying to take books by Chinese authors with me, so that could be the point very soon where I give Emily Wen Zhao a second chance. And for the Romantasy, I've heard very good things about this author, which is why it is one that I am excited for. And the original covers for these are very mid, so I'm very excited to see what Fairyloot have done. But the theme for this month is The Sweetest Poison. Now, I'm not sure if this book is a spin-off from another series by this author. You can let me know down in the comments, obviously without spoilers, but I will also do some research. But the book for this month, very much a custom cover, and that is Iron and Embers by Helen Shorer. This is very different to the original cover, actually. I love the green and purple. Green and purple is one of my favorite color combinations, especially if it's like a mint green and a lilac vibe. I'm all about that. I also really love like a turquoise and a pink, but this is, vibes wise, it's not what I expected from this edition. I don't know anything about the book, so I don't know whether it fits the vibes, and it's very pretty. The end papers are illustrated and foiled. I feel like I'm gonna like the under dust jacket from the glimpse that I've just got. They're also different on each side. Under the dust jacket, we do have, is this the original cover? Yeah, the original cover is this, but red. And yeah, I do really, really like the naked hardcover of this. It is both printed and foiled, but I don't think that the foiling detracts from the printing, which is nice. So synopsis wise, it says alchemist, poisoner, storm wielder. Ren Embervale, alchemist turned assassin, finds solace in only one thing: seeking vengeance for the deaths of her friends in wars past. But when an unknown form of alchemy is used to attack a king of the war-torn mid-realms, Ren is charged with finding a cure for the strange new poison. Offered a place at the ancient alchemy academy at Drevenor, she must claim her spot by conquering the gauntlet. A grueling series of perilous trials that could cost her her sanity or her life. This is literally hitting, like checking every box for me right now. Yeah, the biggest threat of all might come from the man assigned to protect her. Toj Elderbrock, the silver-haired war hero who has hated Ren since she assassinated his last charge. Their shared history ignites a simmering tension that threatens to consume them both. With peace between the kingdoms as fragile as ever and enemies lurking around every corner, Ren will discover whether love can truly heal all wounds, or if it is in fact the most lethal poison of all. It says from the author of the Legend of Thesmar series, so I don't know whether this is connected to the Legends of Thesmar at all. And it says it's the breathtaking first installment in an epic fantasy romance trilogy, The Ashes of Thesmar. So yes, they are connected, but I don't know to what degree. But this is like so many yeses, so many buzzwords to me. It has a magic school, it has an assassin, it has enemies to lovers. I just hope it's as good in execution as it sounds in theory. Okay, let us pivot over to my pre-order of Deep End, my Afterlight edition. I did order the one with the custom dust jacket that matches the rest of my Ali Hazelwood Afterlight books, and I'm pretty sure that this has a custom cover anyway. And then of course I have I'll be replacing the dust jacket anyway with the one that matches the rest. But this is Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. Ali Hazelwood is my favorite contemporary romance author. I've read 4 books from her so far and given all of them 5 stars, and I'm very excited to be picking up this one. Not super soon, I think, but at some point in the future I will get to it. Okay, I saw slapping and I didn't know we were talking about water, so I got confused. But this one is a sports romance. So the main character is going to med school and she used to be a swimmer, but she injured herself and ruined her career, or like ended her career. And the male love interest is a swim captain, world champion, and all around aquatics golden boy. And I think they have like a friends with benefits kind of agreement, but the hardcover on this is printed, which is actually different to the rest of the Ali Hazelwood Afterlight books I have. We also have, of course, I'll put the original cover over the top so you guys can see the difference between these two. There is this little watery edge on here. There is also custom end papers which are different on each side, but the most exciting part for me, I gotta say, is going to be this, which is the custom dust jacket. It's blue, which makes sense, and oh, it's so cute. I love these so much. They're honestly my favorites. It makes me want to have more of like the romance hardbacks from Illumicrate. I think the Helen Huang ones look similar to this, but I just don't need many romance hardbacks. Ali Hazelwood is an exception though. And so this brings us to the February Illumicrate. Now there is a lot of controversy surrounding this box, specifically surrounding the author that is featured in this box. I am not somebody who will ever tell you what you should believe, what you should spend your money on, who you should support. All of that is on you and for you to make up your own mind about what you are happy to support. Some of the author's beliefs, which if you want to look them up, you can just Google the author's name, definitely do not align with mine. And there are some hard no's for me. One hard no is people who are anti-abortion. I am sorry if that offends you, but I do not advocate and do not support people who actively aim to strip women's rights and think that other people should have more authority over women's body than women themselves. There is a bunch of other controversy surrounding this author that you are happy to look into. I am a rep for Illumicrate, so without emailing them specifically and asking them not to send me a box, I can't just easily skip a box. So I am still going to be showing you the edition, the customization, but I'm not going to be keeping the book. I'm going to be unhauling it immediately. I'm not even going to attempt to read it. I believe the issue here is that by the time Illumicrate knew, this is just what I've heard, by the time they knew that the author was controversial, they were already tied into a contract and there's nothing they could do without it backfiring on them massively, which I definitely understand. But I believe that a lot of people have skipped this box because they're not happy about the pick, which I am also not. But in terms of the box, let me find the theme for March, which is You Made a Rebel. This is a pirate book. Here are the spoilers if you guys would like to pause and take a look. I will of course be going into this one blind, and the theme for next month is haunting spirits, which is exciting. I will have seen a spoiler for this, but I can't remember what it is. I am very excited though actually for one of the Illumicrate picks coming up. I think it might be the April or the May pick, so there is definitely exciting things coming from Illumicrate in the future. So I'm expecting a lot of these to be kind of sea themed, and that is definitely true of the first item we have, which are In the Depths luggage bands. I travel a lot and I've never actually had luggage bands. Should I have them? Do you guys use these? I have personally never felt the need. Let me know if you do, but I've also never had my suitcase damaged, which I actually don't want to talk about in case I'm jinxing myself right now because I will be traveling soon. But essentially you just clip these around your suitcase, so in the event that like your zip breaks or something, it keeps your case strapped together somewhat. And also if you have like a plain black suitcase, then you can identify your luggage a little bit easier. Next up is what looks like it's going to be like a makeup brush roll or maybe a colored pencil roll or something. Oh, a jewelry roll. This could be very helpful for me actually. I do have a couple of jewelry boxes, but all the ones I have are really small, so I can always do with more. And this is of course also great for travel once again. It's nice to get the box with travel items before I travel, unlike the last time when I went to Egypt and all of the travel themed items were in the boxes waiting for me to unbox when I got home. This one is a travel pillow. Literally all of these items are travel themed, I think. Is it inflatable? It is. It is inflatable. I'm not sure how I feel about this on a comfort perspective. Like, how long am I going to be pumping this up for? I'll try it out, but I'm not convinced that this is... Wait a minute, that's not... I actually don't know what that is because it actually has a nozzle over here for filling it. I need to investigate this more. This is a military motto card holder. So it is a... How do I get in? It is a... Ooh, what's this inspired by? An Ember in the Ashes, and it is of course just a card holder, which the card wallet that I use is actually an Illumicrate one. It is the Saga one that they did. And that is actually it for items this month. I do feel like this is quite a sparse Illumicrate box. Like the half of this was paper when I opened it, and the items are not the most high value this month. It does say on the spoiler card though that next month there is one of their ceramic book pots which are a little bit more high value. But the book of the month is Capitana by Cassandra James. So this is a custom cover. I'll overlay the original over the top, and I like the shade of green on here. I can't decide if pairing it with the red makes it look a little bit Christmassy, but I do like the contrast between the green on the cover and the red on the spine. The color travels around onto the edges, and I do actually really like it on the edges. We have custom end pages in this one that are different on each side, and under the dust jacket I actually really like the naked hardcover of this. It is printed and foiled, but it is one where like the foiling works, like it's pretty seamless with the cover. So I don't know anything about this because like I said I'm not keeping it, but the synopsis, it looks like the end papers are really pretty actually. The synopsis says, justice will be served to pirates and their sympathizers. Zemina Real has spent her life training to become one of the Black Cloaked Cazadors, seafaring hunters who capture the pirates pillaging the Luzon Empire. But although Zemina is the top candidate at Academia, I'm really struggling with pronunciation, that will not be enough for a daughter of the notorious Real. I don't speak any Spanish, and I feel like that is really working against me right now. Pirate captains who were executed for their crimes. So when Gasparilla, the most infamous pirate in Luz's history, attacks the capital, Zemina offers to catch him in exchange for being named a Cazadora. The Empire accepts on one condition: she must compete for her cloak against Dante de Leon, the pompous and infuriating son of the High Minister. Knowing this is her chance to prove herself once and for all, Zemina must set out on a dangerous quest across the archipelago to hunt Gasparilla. But no matter how far she sails, her family's pirate legacy continues to haunt her, and she soon has to question the very law she's always fought to uphold. To be honest, if I was to keep this, I don't think I would love it so much anyway, because there's not many books that are heavily themed around water or set on the water or following like pirates or mermaids or anything that I do typically enjoy. It is a shame about this, and I generally do not want to know about authors. Like, I would like to consume their art without they could just be like a faceless grey blob. I do not care. But when things are brought to my attention and I know them, I then cannot ignore them, and I would just rather, like, I have so many books, I don't need to read this one, so I won't be. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite item from this month's box is. It's not a great box. It's not. I don't mind it. I think my favorite item is probably the jewelry roll. Yeah, I already have one of these. I like them, but I have one that I'm still using. Not sure about the pillow and the straps. I could use them. I just usually don't use them, you know? And then the last thing we have in this video is this enormous box of candles from Luna Bookish Flames. So Manos has spoiled me again as usual, I feel. I know that he said that he had picked the items for this box based on my preferences of like scents and things that I'd mentioned in the 2 other unboxings I've done in vlogs. But this is, as I mentioned earlier, is a small bookish candle company. They have a variety of different sizes. They're doing like new candle releases and themes pretty much every week. I think there's a new range of candles. So if you, oh, I've got stickers again. And the reason why this is called Luna Bookish Flames candles is because Manos's dog is called Luna. But if you guys would like to get your hands on any of these, remember I do have a 50% off discount code, which is Becca15. So I'm pretty sure that these aren't any particular theme. They're mainly based on my scent preferences, which I do like sweet scents. I like vanilla, coconut. I like things with an amber and sandalwood undertone. I do definitely like other things, but I've forgotten what they are. We'll see. So this one is a Sarah J Maas candle. All of these Sarah J Maas ones are officially licensed. This one is Selena and Sam, and the scent is citrus, apple, orange, rose, orris, pine, aniseed, and woody musk. This is so orangey. This smells like peeling open like one of those orange juice ice lollies in summer. I love that. I do like fruity. Fruity isn't like my favorite, but I do also really like fruity scent. Fragrances I don't love are florals and like cleans. Like I don't mind them, but they're not the ones that I gravitate towards. The next one is Shadow Singer, and this one is Big Danish, orange zest and cream frosting. So I'm expecting like a citrusy pastry scent. This is good. This is good. Yeah, I like that one very much. These ones I'm pretty sure are some of the biggest candles that they do. I think that they're 9 ounce if I remember correctly. I have another big candle jar. Manos, you are spoiling me. Oh no! I'm obsessed. This one is an Ali Hazelwood one. It is Adam and Olive. I'm obsessed with the art on this. And it's caramel, golden syrup, brown sugar, cinnamon spice, vanilla, and milkshake. Cinnamon is also one of my favorite scents. Let's crack this one. Oh, I definitely get the milkshake, and it's lightly sweet. With it being like caramel and syrup, I thought it would be a lot stronger than that, like a lot more sickly, but it's not. It's nice. We then have, let's do another jar. This one is a Cruel Prince candle. I am not a Holly Black fan, but I can appreciate a candle regardless. This one is cardamom, fig, black tea, iris, vetiver, sandalwood, and tonka. I really like tonka, sandalwood, and vetiver. So I feel like this is going to be maybe a little bit woodsy, but with some depth. Oh, I don't know how to describe this one. It's like more of a perfumey one, but it's good. Like it's got a little bit of, I can smell the fig and the tea, but then the like vetiver and stuff is making it a little bit more perfumey smelling. Now we have one of their, I'm pretty sure this is the smallest size candle they do for these little tins. This one's the Dawn Court, so Sarah J Maas again, and it is bergamot, grapefruit, lavender, spices, jasmine, geranium, rose, freesia, gardenia, and orange blossom. Oh, this one smells quite manly. I wouldn't say it's fresh. I would say it's rich, but it has like a little bit of a masculine scent to it as well. Another jar. You have done the most this time, Manos. This is incredible. Wow. This one is, oh my god, it's a Bryson Hunt candle. It is Apple Art and Quinlan. This one is inspired by Crescent City, of course, and it's salted caramel, vanilla, and sweet sugar. Ooh, that smells a little bit fruity. It kind of smells like toffee apple. I'm here for it. I thought, is that the bottom? Please tell me that's the bottom. I'm gonna do what I usually do at this stage, which is get everything else out so I know how many I have. Thought for a second that there was an extra layer under the bottom, but it's just padding so that nothing breaks. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. So we have 5 more. 6 more. Wow. So this is the size of the larger tin. I think that this one's an 8 ounce. This one is slow burn, so it's a trope, and it is vanilla, amber, cashmere, and white musk. Oh, that smells like Lush. It's a Lush dupe. I can't quite figure out which one. I want to lick it. I really badly want to lick it. I'm sure that's a Lush dupe, but I just can't. My brain isn't activating. This one is Aurelia's Plain. So this one is a Throne of Glass, I'm pretty sure. It is pine, eucalyptus, thyme, and sea salt. Ooh, I feel like this is one that I used when I was making candles, but I can't remember which candle it is. It's not as, I thought it would smell more like trees than it does, but it definitely has like a nature scent to it. Oh, I didn't set aside my favorites like I did last time, so I can let you guys know. I think think my favorite so far though is actually the slow burn one. I think it's because it feels so like it smells so familiar, but I just can't put my finger on what it actually is. I think that the size of these large candle tins is 8 ounces, and this one is, I think this is a Bridgerton one, and it is pink prosecco, peonies, amber, quince, and amaretto. Amaretto is a big yes from me, and this is a big yes from me as well. It is sweet, but it has a bit of a floral. Yeah, the peonies at the beginning. This one is more of like a generic reader candle called Yes, I'm Reading Smut Again, and it definitely checks a lot of boxes for me because the scent in here is vanilla, white orchid, tonka, coconut, cocoa bean, and sandalwood. This is softer than I expected. I expected it to be stronger, but it's actually like quite clean smelling. This one is, oh, I can smell it already. It is Dear Reader. This is also Bridgerton, I think. It's shortbread biscuit, caramel, brown sugar syrup, and cinnamon spice. Oh, this one's like very sweet. Like this one's gonna have a really strong scent throw on it. And then I think the final one from this batch is another Bridgerton one maybe. It's Dear Gentle Reader. It's toffee, treacle, caramel, dark rich sponge, vanilla, and brown sugar. Oh, this is like, feels a little bit smokier than the last one. Similar scents, but I think that that one's just like, it has an element, I don't know if it's like the dark rich sponge, but it has like an element of like maybe burnt sugar in there. Manos, you did a good job at picking ones that I like. I think that my favorites, I mean, it's hard when they've all been picked to be ones that I like. I do really like that one. And is it this one? I think my favorites, I'm torn between whether I like Selena and Sam or Adam and Olive more, but those are definitely strong contenders. And I think my other favorites are the Shadowbringer, which is the one that's like a citrus pastry, but the absolute favorite from this batch is the slow burn. I just really wish I could figure out what this was. It smells so good though. Like it's light and sugary. It tastes like, oh, it smells like lip scrub, and that's why I want to lick it. It smells like Lush sugar lip scrub. So if you guys want to get your hands on anything from Luna Bookish Flames, the link to their shop will be down in my description box, as well as their social media, along with everything that I've unboxed today. And there will also be my discount code, which is Becca15, if you want to pick up anything for yourself. But that is it for my February unboxing, so let us get to, I don't even know if I can lift these. I haven't actually thought about what my favorite edition of this month is going to be, but here are all of my stunning special editions from my February unboxing. And I will, of course, I'm going to move Dark Mirror because it's boring when I flip around and show you guys all of the edges. In terms of editions, I actually don't know. I think we've got a solid bunch, but I don't know if there's one that's really spoken to me during this unboxing. I think based on color palette, it might have to be the Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Amelie Wenzhou. It's not my favorite edge though. Like I do really love the colors, but in terms of the patterning on the edge, it's not my favorite. So in terms of like the edges, I honestly don't know. Maybe Capitana, because I like the contrast of the colors. I'm actually really not sure about that one, guys, but let me know down in the comments which is your favorite edition out of this stack. And aside from that, of course, as I've just mentioned, if you head to my description box, you will find a link to the social media and the website of everything that I've opened in this video, whether it be a subscription box or a like Luna Bookish Flames, which is the only thing that isn't a subscription box. I'm not linking you to Waterstones though for the Dark Mirror. Honestly, I think you can find your way there yourself. But aside from that, guys, please don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you wanna. If you do head into my description box, as well as all of the subscription box stuff, you will find a link to my Goodreads, my Instagram, and my Patreon if you'd like to join me on any of those. But that's it from me today, guys. Bye.
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you will go and nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.